Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is our match preview for Man City first Ipswich in the Premier League, so make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let's jump into it. So this is our first home game of the season. It's at the Etihad. I'm looking forward to going. Hopefully it's nice and sunny in Manchester right now. It's going through all the seasons every day, so I've no idea what the weather's going to be like. But it should be a good game nonetheless, and it's good to be back, isn't it? Now, last week we got a good result against Chelsea, 2-0 at Stamford Bridge, and that's 2 more points than we got last season. We drew twice with Chelsea last year, you know, that epic 4-4 draw at Stamford Bridge. So to come away with all 3 points and a clean sheet and not play the full first team last weekend, it's phenomenal, really, going into this game. Now, Ipswich, they got beat by Liverpool last weekend, and I'm hoping that's kind of beating them down a little bit. Look, when you're a newly promoted club, you're playing at home, you kind of give it your all. You've got that, you know, new league bounce thing going on. You got more adrenaline and more energy than you're going to have towards the end of the season. And yeah, if you get a good result for the next few games as a newly promoted team, you're kind of riding on that energy. But because they got beat by Liverpool quite comfortably in the end last weekend, I'm hoping that's beating them out a little bit. And it's taken away some of the gloss they're going to feel towards going to the Etihad this weekend. On the flip side, it could mean they feel like they got nothing really to lose. And after getting beat last weekend, they're just going to have fun at the Etihad. And that's also dangerous for us as well. But look, Ipswich are no mugs anyway. I saw it in the Championship last season. I watched a couple of their games. They can score goals if you give them opportunities. And we know how teams set up against us at the Etihad. We see it all the time. They try and time waste from the first minute. They're going to sit deep. They're going to try to hit us on the counter-attack. And with the lap up front with his pace, you know, his strength, you know, they are a threat. So I'm not taking this game for granted. I'm not. Now, most people say you should win this 4-5-0. And we probably should win this game 4-5-0 because Ipswich are one of the favourites to go down the other 2 promoted clubs for a reason. But that being said, like I said, they're still a new team. They're still a little bit unknown for us. So yeah, we're going to have to approach this one alert, I guess. That being said, going into this game, like I said, we've not played our first full team yet. You know, we saw in the friendlies, we were playing mostly youngsters, Community Shield as well, bit of a mishmash. The Chelsea game last weekend, some of our first team came back, some came off the bench, but we're still not fully 100%. But going into this one, I still expect Pep to make more changes as well. Our defense, I'd imagine, will be highly the same. You know, the one thing I will say is that we might see Rico Lewis drop for Walker, which is a shame for Lewis because I think he was one of the best players last weekend. I think he had a fantastic game, and he's an unbelievable player. When he gets forward as well, you know, the way he moves, the way, he's always on the half turn as in a fullback. That's crazy that, he mostly plays midfield when we have the ball as well. Yes, he does get caught out when we attack, but he's no different than Walker in that sense. He's always getting caught out, and his pace usually becomes irrelevant for us because he's always up the pitch. But what I will say is when Walker comes in for Lewis, what that will do, it will mean that Guardiola gets a chance to go forward more than he did last weekend, because when we had the ball against Chelsea, it was Lewis stepping into midfield and we had a back 3 of Akanji, Diaz and Vardio. But when Walker's on, it's likely going to change, and it'd be Vardio stepping into midfield with Walker going into the back 3 alongside Akanji and Diaz, or whoever Pep plays at centre half. So that will free up Vardio to go forward, and we've seen how dangerous he is from last season getting forward. He absolutely loves it. Left foot, right foot, header. He can do all that, kid. I love him. So yeah, midfield, will we play Kovacic? If Rodri's fit, if Pep wants to get Rodri going for the season, because look, the season's going to come thick and fast for us after these couple of weeks. So he's going to have to get Rodri fit somehow, and I think he might go into the team. And maybe he'll play Kovacic alongside De Bruyne. He'll stick Foden on the right because we've got a couple of injuries out wide. Haaland up front, and I'd like to see Grealish come back in the team. I think Doku last weekend had a pretty terrible game, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, I'm going to say it. I think he was our worst player. And I don't think he played a 1 out of 10, but I think he was our worst player. And I think he's got all that talent and all that pace, and, you get past his man. He'll keep running at his man all day, which is what I like. I think Cucurella had him on, pretty much had him beating that first half, but that didn't stop him. He kept trying. He went on into the second half as well, and he was, squeezing his way through players. But his end product is just not there, is it, at all? So I'd like to see Grealish on as well, because in this kind of game as well, you're going to have most of the ball. Where players like Doku threaten the most is when you're on the counter, when you can run at teams, when you've got space in front of them. Ipswich are not going to give us space at the Etihad. No one's going to give us space at the Etihad. So that means for me, Grealish has to come in, because he's the one that's going to hold on to the ball, because we're going to play much slower. We're not going to be running at our fullbacks as much. We're going to have limited space to work into. And Grealish is just that man, because he's going to win you free kicks as well. And he holds the ball really, really well. For me, Grealish on the left-hand side. So that's what I will do going into this one. And like I said, off the bench, you got to get more players fit as well. And if that means Kovacic or Rodri, whoever starts, the other one's going to have to come on. And I think we might actually see Gundogan, because let's not forget, we've made probably the signing of the summer from anyone, I'd reckon. And it's a player coming to us for free. And for me, it's a phenomenal result as well. Gundogan left after that treble-winning season. And, you know, he wanted a new challenge, fair enough. He's probably a legend here anyway for being the treble-winning captain. So he leaves for free. Even though he was on a 2-year contract, Barcelona wanted to get rid of his wages, so we signed him for free again. So we've absolutely not lost anything. He's coming back into a team he knows. It's a player we know. It's a player we love. He's a player who knows the system, knows exactly what Pep wants, and he's a clutch player as well. He will win you games alone. So for me, unbelievable that he's going back in. And we did need to bolster up that midfield as well, because you get a couple of injuries there. People can talk squad depth all they want. We don't have squad depth. I've said it so many times, and I repeated it so many times last season. We don't have squad depth. We just have 6 or 7 players in midfield and front who can just rotate through all the positions. So when someone says, oh, you've got Bernardo, Foden, you know, Doku and Grealish and all of them, well, yeah, we do. But them players mainly play the same positions. You see Bernardo play middle, right wing, left wing if he needs to. He'll play false 9 as well. Foden will do all that too. Grealish is capable of doing it. Maybe not right wing, but he's capable of doing all the other positions. So look, we have players that just rotate through positions, not through squad depth. So I think Gundogan is a fantastic signing. To get him for the free again as well, it's a no-brainer for me. It's absolutely no-brainer. What do we need from this game? Well, we need 3 points. We need to win every game at the Etihad. We can't afford to drop points. And if you drop points against a newly promoted club, no matter how good they play, no matter how good they are, or how surprising, it's still 3 points dropped. Any point dropped here is a loss. So we do need those 3 points. And I'd like to see some goals as well. I want to see the players. You know, we saw it last week against Chelsea in parts. We weren't fully pressing them. You know, we weren't at our best at creating chances. I've already mentioned Doku. But other players were guilty of it as well. You know, and until the second half where we just took the sting out of the game with Kovacic's goal to make it 2-0 and we just started passing it around. Chelsea were causing us problems, but I don't want to see that gone from this game or reduced in this game as well. I want to see the boys on it, playing 100%. I want to press him from the beginning of the match. Yeah, and just kick off our season at home. That's what I want to see. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting game. But yeah, thanks for watching. As always, like I said, I won't be doing a watch long because I'm actually going to the game. I'm looking forward to doing that. I am playing around with the idea of filming bits of it from the game live, like maybe going live on TikTok or something. I don't know. We'll see what the internet reception is like. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. As always, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Really appreciate it. And yeah, give me your score predictions in the comments. I'm going to give my score prediction, actually. It's something I don't really like to do because City will let you down no matter what you say. But I'm going to go 4-1. I know I've just said that it's going to be a tough game and I'm not really expecting 4 or 5. But hey, it's City at the end of the day and we can score goals for fun. And I also never trust us to keep a clean sheet, especially if Ederson was playing last weekend. My word, if that was a better team, we would have been in absolute trouble. If Jackson could stay on side and they were pressing him a little more because his handling and his shot stopping last week, yeah, not that great. Hopefully, he's a little bit calmer this weekend. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going 4-1 because, like I said, always back the opposition to score against us. Always. And if you've got a formal player in the lap, always expect them to score. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.